the year 2023, a year of record-breaking heat. Global temperatures soared to 1.48 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. We are nearing a precipice. The 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold, a point of no return, looms large. Our planet is heating up at an alarming rate. This is not a future threat, this is our reality. The consequences are all around us. Extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and severe. Hurricanes rage with unprecedented fury. Floods devastate entire regions. Wildfires rage uncontrollably, leaving behind a trail of destruction. These are not isolated incidents. They are interconnected symptoms of a planet in distress. We are living in a time of climate emergency. The very systems that sustain life on Earth are at risk. Ice caps are melting at an alarming rate. Sea levels are rising, threatening coastal communities. Biodiversity is plummeting as countless species face extinction. The time for complacency is long gone. The time for action is now. We must confront the harsh reality of climate change. We must act decisively to avert disaster. The future of our planet and the future of humanity depends on it. We must act now before it's too late. The Earth's systems are interconnected. What affects one affects all. Climate change is disrupting this delicate balance, creating a ripple effect of destruction. Rising temperatures are causing glaciers to melt at an unprecedented rate. This, in turn, is contributing to rising sea levels. Coastal communities face an existential threat from inundation and erosion. The very land they call home is disappearing beneath the waves. The warming oceans are also absorbing vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This is leading to ocean acidification, which is having a devastating impact on marine life. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, are particularly vulnerable. Their demise would be catastrophic, not just for marine ecosystems, but for the millions of people who depend on them for food and livelihoods. The loss of biodiversity is a tragedy in itself, but it also has far-reaching consequences for humanity. Ecosystems provide us with essential services such as pollination, clean water, and climate regulation. Their collapse would have devastating impacts on our health, food security, and well-being. We are not the first civilization to face environmental challenges. History is replete with examples of societies that have collapsed or declined due to environmental factors. The ancient Maya civilization, once a thriving power in Mesoamerica, collapsed due to a combination of deforestation, soil erosion, and drought. The story of the Maya serves as a stark reminder that even the most advanced civilizations are not immune to the consequences of environmental degradation. The Anasazi people of the American Southwest built sophisticated cliff dwellings and irrigation systems only to be driven out by a prolonged drought. The Vikings, who colonized Greenland in the 10th century, were unable to adapt to the changing climate and eventually disappeared. These ancient civilizations offer valuable lessons for our own time. Throughout history, societies that have failed to heed the warnings of environmental degradation have often paid a heavy price. We must learn from the mistakes of the past and take action to protect our planet for future generations. The time to act is now. We stand at a crossroads. The path ahead is clear. We must act now to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the impacts of climate change. The transition to a clean energy economy will not be easy, but it is essential for the survival of our planet. We must embrace renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and geothermal. We must invest in energy efficiency and sustainable transportation. We must also adapt to the changes that are already underway. This means building resilient infrastructure, developing drought-resistant crops, and preparing for climate migration. The challenges we face are daunting, but we must not give in to despair. We must remain optimistic and believe in our capacity to find solutions. We must work together as a global community to create a sustainable future for all. The fate of our planet and the future of humanity depends on it. Let us choose wisely.